Hey, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Sunday, October 18th to Saturday, October 24th. So last week we had Mercury go retrograde and again in Scorpio. So not only has technology really been an issue for a lot of people, but that mercurial energy in Scorpio energy is bringing up a lot of our shadow side, our darker emotions, our heavy memories that we have to acknowledge, we have to integrate, we have to process before moving forward. The new moon in Libra was supposed to be light and fluffy and really provide us with a good opportunity to initiate new manifestations, new cycles for ourselves. But again, with the cosmic energy really putting a hard karmic influence on us at this time, we kind of got caught up in extremes. That new moon in Libra wanted us to find balance, but in order to do so, we have to identify where it is our life is out of whack. So yes, we want to focus on the new, but a lot of us had to really sit in the darkness in order to figure out what it is we actually wanted to create, what it is we wanted to manifest for the next cycle. And of course, the Arcturus portal that we've been talking about that opened up yesterday, it's still wide open, downloading us with huge amounts of light codes, huge amounts of electromagnetic frequency. And for many people, including myself, we haven't been sleeping very well. It's too much energy. The vibrations are too palpable at this time, really creating a lot of ascension symptoms in our physical bodies. And all of that is just a key indicator of the amount of light codes that we are absorbing and the amount of upgrades that our energy body, our light body is actually going through. So this week, the big event is we are wrapping up Libra season. Usually, again, like I said, when a planet is moving out of one sign and into another, we do reach a certain crisis point of trying to tie up the loose ends, the lessons that come with that particular season. And things are going to get very intense. We are about to jump into Scorpio season, and intense desires, passion, extreme shadow work is definitely on the table. So let's jump in and see what this week is going to bring. Today, Sunday, October 18th, the moon just moved into the new moon phase, the very first quarter, that crescent moon that we're seeing in the sky, and it's taking place in Scorpio. This weekend, the Scorpio moon coming out of that new moon Libra energy is very dark, again, very palpable, and really showing us a lot of darker energies. That is our shadow work that we are doing right now, and a lot of that is coming through crisis and trauma points. Now, I'm hoping that most of the flashbacks, most of the memories, most of the feelings coming up for you is something that has been repressed inside of you, maybe stored in your cellular memory. But unfortunately, there are many people reporting huge crisis points in their current realities. And, sometimes those topics and themes are really hard to make sense of, especially when it's just ripping at your heartstrings and really affecting the people that you love. But you just have to hold strong in the fact that regardless of how dark it gets, we always find our light. Now, the moon in Scorpio is going to be going void later on this afternoon, probably around supper time. And again, when the moon is void, of course, not making any aspects to any other planet, as it transitions to the next sign, things get a bit wonky, things get a bit unstable. So we want to be cautious about our energy moving throughout the day and recognizing that we'll probably feel a little bit unstable as the evening approaches. Now today, the sun is squaring Saturn. So we have this Libran sun lighting up, illuminating for us where it is that we need to restore peace, restore balance, restore harmony in our lives. And again, most of those lessons are only learned through the extreme points of view, those extreme feelings, those extreme ways of living. That square that the sun is making to Saturn adds a little bit of an applied pressure, acting as a catalyst in order for us to see where it is we're going to grow from here. Saturn, of course, in Capricorn, in its place of power, ruling over karma, ruling over obstacles and challenges, life lessons at the finest point, we do feel a little bit restrictive. We're recognizing where we've been banging our head against a wall, where we are tired of trying to muster up the strength and courage to move forward. We're definitely very sure at this point the obstacles that we continue to face. But this particular energy is making it a lot more practical to see where it is we need to step up to the plate, where it is we need to take responsibility, where it is that maybe the sacrifices that we're having to make right now, either in our home life, in our relationships, in our careers, in our money situations, where those sacrifices are definitely needed at this point in order to better the outcome for our future selves. So we also have Venus opposing Neptune. We have Venus in Virgo, that over-analytical, highly judgmental, very, very self-critical energy about love, about money, about our own self-worth, sitting across the table from Neptune in its place of power in Pisces. This is dreams, this is illusions, this is creativity. And to be honest with you, we're mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually exhausted. We're so highly distractible because a lot of us are in survival mode right now. We're in this adjustment period where old parts of ourselves have kind of died off and new parts of ourselves and new realities are unfolding, but we're in this weird adjustment period where nothing is really solid, and the uncertainty and of course our mental planes trying to make sense of it. Mercury is no help to us because again, Mercury is retrograde. So we're becoming very exhausted by multitasking, by trying to stay strong. We're wrestling with our own expectations because we're disappointed with a lot of people, with ourselves, with the topics and themes that our lives are showing us right now. And overall, we are just highly uncertain. And we're uncertain, especially when it comes to our heart space, to our love, to our relationships, and our money situation. Because Venus, again, is in play here, and she's ruling over love and money. So at this particular point, we're trying to really assess the dysfunctional areas of our lives. Again, where it is we've been living in extremes. And a lot of us are being pressurized to let go of something, to surrender control, to surrender to the universe, to surrender to the chaos in order to actually move forward. Just to give you a visual, if you are in the water fighting against a current, you are going to be exhausted. But when you lay on your back and you float in the water and you allow the current to really guide you to where it is that that current wants you to be, suddenly you're not spending as much physical energy, as much emotional energy fighting against something that is going to win in the end anyways. So this is very much a lesson of surrender. So if you have any decisions on your mind or on your plate that you have to be making, or you're telling yourself that you have to make a decision, mostly just so that you can stop thinking about it and stop debating it in your mind, I'm going to ask that you hold off on that you give yourself permission to have more time to absorb more signs and symbols and moments of validation from the universe. Because right now, we want to think clear, but we're not able to think as clearly as we need to make these kinds of decisions. So again, it's a huge life lesson in surrendering to the universe, in surrendering to our own recognition that we do not have control as much as we would like. So it's definitely going to be an intense energy of recognizing where we keep banging our head against a wall, where it is that we're trying so hard to keep control, and where it is that we're being asked to surrender.